As you can tell by the title, this is a One Brand Milani makeup tutorial. So if you would like to see how to do this makeup look, and if you would like to know my thoughts on all these Milani products that I use today, just keep on watching and I'm gonna go ahead and get into the tutorial. So first I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with this Milani eyeshadow primer, and I totally forgot to mention this in my Milani must-haves video. I do really like this eyeshadow primer, and this used to be like my holy grail eyeshadow primer, but this thing, if I use it over a period of time, it will irritate my eyelids. If I use it on occasion, it doesn't really bother me, so that's why I'm using it today. Plus, you know, One Brand Milani makeup tutorial, I wanted to use it. I'm just gonna go in with the Soft and Sultry palette. I'm sorry, it's like super dirty right now. This is just what the colors look like in here. It's such a beautiful, cool toned eyeshadow palette. First, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna put that color in my crease. And I actually just attempted this look a minute ago, but I had to wash all my makeup off and start over because I used the Milani concealer. I'll show it to you guys here in a minute, and it was horrible. It creased so bad. So I'm just starting over. And I'm gonna go in with this shade over here, and I'm also just blending that in the crease and here in the outer V, just to deepen up my crease a little more. And I do recommend with this eyeshadow palette to do your eyeshadow before you do your foundation, because that's the only bad thing about these shadows. They do have fallout. I don't have any issues like with the blendability of the eyeshadows, but like I said, it does have fallout, so definitely do your eyeshadow first. Next, I'm just going in with this color here, and I'm just patting this color on the lid with my small concealer brush by Wet n Wild, and I'm just placing this on like the last fourth or last third of my eyelid. I'm gonna deepen that up a little more, so I'm gonna go in with this shade here. I'm just slowly building the colors up here in the outer V. So I'm just gonna get a little bit of that color on this small Wet n Wild concealer brush, and I'm just patting that right here. I'm just using my Morphe 506 brush, and I'm just gonna blend that color here in the outer V. Then I'm just going back with that Morphe M433 brush, and I'm just blending the edges of that out. Okay, then I'm just gonna clean up here underneath my eyes, and I'm just gonna use my lotion and a Q-tip to clean that up. So I'm just getting some of that lotion here on the back of my hand, and I'm just rolling my Q-tip in that. And I still want to deepen this out a little more. I just needed to clean that up so I could see what was going on because there's just so much fallout. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm just gonna use my Sigma E45 brush, and I'm just gonna lightly focus that right out here, just using small circular motions. And then I'm just going in with a mix of these two shades, and I'm just gonna lightly blend the edge of that eyeshadow. For the lid, I'm gonna go in with this shade here. And just lightly patting that on the lid. I really like this shade because it's almost like a satin matte. Like, it's basically a matte eyeshadow, but it has a little bit of a sheen to it. It looks really nice on the eyelid because if your eyelids are a little dry, it doesn't make them look too dried out. Like, I don't know, I just think it looks really pretty. So like I told you guys before, I tried to film this a second ago and I used this concealer for the first time. This is their Retouch Plus Erase Light Lifting Concealer, and this stuff creased so bad on my under eye area. So I'm not even gonna attempt to use this again right now. That did not work well for me whatsoever. So I'm just gonna put some lotion on real quick and then I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'm gonna be using their Conceal Plus Perfect 2-in-1 foundation, and this is in the shade 00B Light. I have used this foundation before, but I didn't have a light enough shade, so I went out and bought a lighter shade, and this shade matches me really, really well. And I've been using this now for like about a week and I am in love with this foundation. I forgot how good it was. Like, I mean, I knew it was a good foundation. I remember at the time when I used it, I liked it. It's very long wearing. It has awesome coverage and I just really like the finish of it. It just gives your skin like a really airbrushed look. So I have been enjoying it. Like I said, this shade matches me really well. And I'm just blending this foundation out with my Real Techniques makeup sponge, and I did dampen this makeup sponge off camera. I am going to use my Maybelline Superstay Better Skin concealer, so I wish that Milani had some other concealers, and I thought that they did, but I guess that's their only concealer that they have. So I don't know, I just did not like that. Maybe I just applied too much of it, I'm not sure. So to set this foundation, I'm using the Conceal Plus Perfect Shine Proof Powder, and this is in 01 Fair. And I have been using this over the week and I do really like this powder. I think if you had oily skin, you'd really like this because this does keep me matte throughout the day. And it does add just a little bit more coverage to, you know, your foundation. So I just use a little bit of it. You don't need much of it. And I do find that this powder makes the foundation look airbrushed. It pairs really nice with their foundation. To set my under eye concealer, I'm just using my e.l.f. HD under eye setting powder. I don't think that Milani has an under eye setting powder. I mean, I haven't found one, so I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna fill my brows in a little bit, and I'm using this Stay Put brow color in Natural Taupe. And this stuff is definitely a dupe to the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. Like, it is so good. Like, once you get this stuff on, like, it does not budge. It lasts all day long. And I really like the shade of this one. Like, it's not too cool toned, it's not too warm toned. And the little brush that comes with this brow pomade is also really good. So this stuff is definitely worth it for sure. Now I'm gonna move back to the eyes, and I'm gonna be using my Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit and the highlight shade in this palette. And I'm just gonna brush this underneath my eyebrows, and I'm also gonna use this as my inner corner highlight. I probably should zoom you guys back in for this part. And this Milani Brow Fix Brow Kit is also really good for your brows if you like powder brow products. And it also doubles as good eyeshadows as well. I picked up this Stay Put matte lip liner, and obviously this is going to be the first time that I'm using it because it's still in the package, and I hope that I could use this okay. I have not tried to use eyeliner since I got my eyelashes lifted, and I have a feeling that it's going to be really hard to do eyeliner with them being so curled up, but we'll just see. I can't tell if it has a felt tip or if it's a brush tip. It looks like it's a felt tip, and it's not quite as skinny as I was hoping it would be. So cross your fingers, hopefully this turns out all right. Okay, that seemed fairly easy to use, so that's good. I didn't want to do a super dramatic wing just in case it was really hard to do, but that didn't seem too hard. And the little felt tip on this is like it's not too soft, but it's not too stiff. Because sometimes that's an issue I have with these felt tip liners. Okay, that wasn't near as bad as I thought it was gonna be since I got my lash lift. Okay, I think I really like this. I don't know if I like it better than my Physicians Formula eyeliners, but I think it's a good one. It worked out really well. So that's what it looks like there. And it's drying down pretty matte. For my bronzer, I'm gonna use their Baked Bronzer in Glow, and I have been loving this bronzer so much. I picked this up I picked this up the same time I got the foundation and the brow product and all that sort of stuff. But I have been loving it. It's so nice, and I thought it was gonna be a little too warm, but it actually works out fine. And it kind of doubles as a blush. So when you're in a hurry and you just want to use one product, this is a good all-in-one product. Now it is a more warm-toned bronzer, so I've mentioned this in a couple of my videos, but if you have a really cool skin tone, this might not be the bronzer for you. But if you have a neutral to warm skin tone, I think this would be perfect. And I might actually take a little bit of this bronzer and actually brush it into the crease of my eye because I want to warm this up a little more. Yeah, that looks really pretty in the crease. And I might actually take a little bit of this bronzer on my Sigma E30 pencil brush, and I'm gonna brush this here on the lower lash line because I want to warm this up too. So I love Milani blushes, and I have several. I mentioned these in my Milani must-haves, but today I'm going to use a new blush that I picked up from Milani, and I picked this blush up whenever I was getting the mascara and this concealer, and this is their baked blush in Berry Amour. And I feel like they changed their baked blushes because I could have sworn that this blush was more of like an actual berry color. This is more of just like a nude almost, like a pinky nude color. And I know that like this one, I think it's Dulce Pink, and some of their other ones used to have a lot of glitter in their blushes, and this does look to have some glitter, but it doesn't look as glittery as I remember. So I feel like maybe they changed the formula on, and maybe some of the colors of these blushes. So you guys will have to let me know if they changed them. So I'm gonna use this today, and this is the first time that I'm gonna be using this blush. So I'm just using my e.l.f. blush brush, and I think I'm really gonna like this color. Yeah, that is a really pretty like pinky nude. So now I'm curious to try out some of their other baked blushes, especially if they changed their formula. Because I know some of those other ones were just like too glittery, and that's why I didn't like them. Okay, I'm just gonna blend this out. It's actually a lot more pigmented than what I thought it was gonna be. But it's a really pretty like pink nude. Okay, and then for a highlight, I know that Milani has like their strobing highlights, and I got one of those before and I liked it okay. I wasn't in love with it, and I know one time when I did a declutter, I got rid of that highlight, and I thought about picking it up again, but I was like, no, you never were really that much in love with it, so why get it again? You have some other products that you can use. So I have this Milani their Radiant Loose Setting Powder, and this also is a really pretty highlight, so I'm going to use this today. I told you guys, which I don't see it, I have another Milani highlight that I like. Here it is. It's one of their Hypnotic Lights highlights, and this is in Beaming Light, and this is also a really pretty highlight, especially if you want color, like a colored highlight. This is a really pretty purple colored highlight. I'm just gonna go in with my Real Techniques contour brush. But this is such a pretty, just nude highlight. But it just gives your skin a nice radiant glow. Another thing that you could do if you wanted a more intense highlight is the highlight in this palette is also a really beautiful highlight as well. So I'm just gonna get some of that on this brush. Yeah, you just need like the tiniest amount of that highlight because it is so intense, but it also doubles as a really pretty highlight for the face. And I'm gonna go ahead and set my foundation and everything, and then I'll do my lips and do my mascara. So I picked up another one of the Make It Last makeup setting sprays. I love this one. This makes your makeup last all day long. Like, it makes it last for a long time. It's very comparable to the Urban Decay All Nighter makeup setting spray. And I do like the sprayer on this thing from what I remember. Yeah, it has a really fine mist. And I don't find that it makes your foundation like super dewy or anything. I know they also have like their matte setting spray, and I've never used that one. I definitely don't need a matte setting spray since I'm on the dry side. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use this mascara. So hopefully I like this. Lash Terrific lengthens, curls, and separates. Which, now that my lashes are like lifted, I usually like mascaras that are more of a separating mascara. So I picked up two Milani lip liners, and I picked up the colors All Natural and Spice. And I think I'm gonna go in with All Natural. And I also did pick up a couple of new lip colors. I picked up I picked up Nude Cream, Dulce Carmelo, and Rose Femme. I think I want to wear either Nude Cream or the Femme color, Rose Femme. So that's what Rose Femme. I think I wanted to go with Rose Femme because I want something a little darker. And I love this lipstick color. I think it is so beautiful. It's such a pretty fall nude. I don't know, it's just so pretty. It's like a rosy, kind of purplish mauve. I don't know, it's just really pretty. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this one brand makeup tutorial using Milani. I know I kind of cheated and I used a few things that weren't Milani, but I just could not use that concealer. I do not recommend that. Everything else I absolutely love, And yeah, so if you guys did enjoy this, please give this video a thumbs up. You'll have to let me know down in the comments what products you love from Milani and what I should pick up. Also, let me know which other One Brand makeup tutorial you guys would like to see. I'll also link down below my Milani must-haves if you haven't seen that video yet. And I hope that you guys have a great day, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.